Hi there, welcome to the weekly Ripple session. Before getting into the details, these sessions are not financial advice and they're for education research purpose only. Having said that, your comments and discussions are very welcome. So, when we take a look at this, there's one thing I haven't drawn 2 weeks ago, and that's the new sign of weakness. In Wyckoff textbook terms, that can be called phase D. If we change it to a line chart, it's more obvious that we have these lows. That's automatic reaction. So right now it's a bit horizontal, right? Because it is about to reach this resistance line defined by the buying climax. So it's a very tough level to break through. So if we look at the candlestick last week, it tried to challenge this level, but it failed and returned and closed at the level we're seeing now. So this week, there's still, like, we have just passed this for 3 hours for this candle. So there's still a long time for this to evolve. It can go and retest the green level, the green line, and then come back down. That's absolutely possible. However, we are seeing 4 weeks of consecutively decline in volume, so it'll be tricky. It needs quite some buying force for that to happen. If you look at the daily chart, right now it's still within this seemingly forming downward trend. So if you are in my other sessions as well, you see I've drawn this box a little bit using a lighter blue, because last week when I drew this, I was saying this seems to be a downward channel. However, because it's still within the pink box, the short-term playground zone, so it's not exactly clear until it develops for a few more days. So if it's being rejected by this top edge of the blue box, instead of doing its activity within this pink box, then that means it's likely a case this blue box is more solid, especially when it fails, or the center line of the pink box fails to defend the price level, and it falls through the bottom line of the pink box as well. However, if it bounces off from this blue box, then we can tell a very, not very steep downward channel has formed. So that's why last week when I first introduced this, I used a pale blue. This week it's very critical because it's going to show us whether it's going to fall outside of the short-term playground zone that has been established since December last year. So if it falls outside of this zone, if we go back to the weekly chart, that's where the automatic reaction, the low of the automatic reaction, and also the sign of weakness was. It tested it one time during March 10th, the week of March 10th. The low, or the more relatively more concrete support line, would then be $1.40. That's around the peak or the buying climax of the 2021 distribution cycle. So the coming 2 weeks would be very critical to see whether this downward channel has been officially formed. So that's the scenario for Ripple. Thanks for joining. I'll move on to Ethereum next. See you over there. Cheers.